All right, no, you're good. So, me and Valentine just left Kennedy Meadows South. We're headed on our last 700 miles through the desert. We just left Sophie, which was super sad, and definitely gonna miss having her around. And Dee Dee and Jai left yesterday, so again, just another bittersweet moment. These last couple of days have been, but anyway, so me and Valentine are gonna try to catch up to Anton next weekend into Hatchby. He went ahead with Lisa yesterday to help her get. She's trying to finish this section, this 135 mile section, plus 200 and whatever miles that we skipped because of the fire in like 2 weeks, which is crazy. But they went ahead yesterday, so but we're gonna catch up with Anton this weekend into Hatchby, so that'll be good. But yeah, got rid of my bear canister, so now my pack is so much lighter, which is nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Today we're doing 22 miles to camp, and yeah, I'll just, like always, I'll update you along the way. All right, so I just got to thinking, and I meant to say this yesterday because this happened yesterday when we got to Kennedy Meadows South, but it was the first time on trail in over 400 miles that we got down below 7,000 feet elevation. So yeah, if you find that interesting, there you go. There's your fun fact for the day. But yeah, first time at 400 miles under 7,000 feet. You can definitely tell a difference in the temperature and the breathing. Alright, so right there, that mountain is Mount Whitney. I can't believe I was there just like 5 days ago. Alright, onward through the desert. Alright, so far, I give the desert 3 out of 10. It's not pretty. It's hot. There are bugs everywhere. Water is like scarce. And these are all things I knew, but I just didn't really know how I was going to enjoy it. But honestly, I don't so far. But that's okay. I'm only like, it's going to get better. I have a feeling it's going to get a lot better. But I will give it this. This is its one redeeming factor. It is finally, the miles are cruisy again. Me and Valentine started from Kennedy Meadows South at around, I don't know, 10 o'clock today. And it is now 5. And I've only got 3 more miles to camp. Valentine's somewhere behind me. But, that's important to note because from 10, because I'll probably be there by 6 o'clock. So from 10 to 6, I've done 22 miles. And if I'd started my normal time at 8, I could probably have done 28 miles today. So yeah, so it's nice to be back in to a space where the miles just kind of come pretty easy. So I'll give the desert that. That's one good thing about it. All right, I'm gonna get off here and get to camp because I'm pooped and ready to eat something and go to bed. All right, made it to camp. All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's Big Adventure. All right, so it is 7 o'clock and I was supposed to be leaving by now, but it's not really that cold, but it's just cold enough to where, and I'm super warm in my sleeping bag, finally. So It's like one of those mornings where you just don't want to get up because you're so warm and it's like a little chilly and it's just, you don't want to go anywhere. But I need to get going here pretty soon because me and Valentine are trying to do a 30-mile day today, and he left at 5 a.m. So I'm quite a bit behind him. But the reason we're doing a 30-mile day today is because water is super scarce. I think in this 30-mile stretch, there are like 3 water sources. And the only reason why we're going 30 miles is because there's a water source at 17, and then there's not one again until 30 miles. And it's, the one at 30 miles is kind of sketch. It's not technically a water source, it's a water cache, which is good because that means it's fresh water that you don't have to filter. But the problem is the last comment on the road where the cache is said there was 7 gallons left, and that was like 5 days ago. That was from a very reliable person, though. That was from Scooter, and I know Scooter, so, but hopefully there haven't been many other southbounders behind him who have taken more water, or hopefully people have refilled the water caches or brought more water or whatever. So we're just going to bank on it. And that's where we're going to camp tonight. So hopefully there'll be water there. But it's just going to be a long day to get there because it's a lot of uphill. But whatever. If that means to camp by water and to get good miles in, I'm going to do it. All right, so I already cannot stay in the desert. It gets hot really quickly, and the gnats are just so bad. I mean, they're just like all around, like my chest, and they're flying all around my face. I'm having to wear my bug net. I haven't worn this thing in like, gosh, I think months. So yeah, I am not enjoying this part of the hike. I'm hoping that when I get to Tehachapi, because I've also heard that like once you get into like the true desert, like there are no bugs anymore, and I can't wait for that part. But yeah, this crap is super annoying. All right, first sign of Joshua trees covering the mountainside. So yeah, definitely in the desert now. Oh, gotta keep going. 15 miles left. Okay, so bad news. So I just passed a guy going northbound, and he had luckily run into Valentine, who had a message for me that said he was possibly going into town to get water, which I was like, okay. So I asked the guy, I was like, because again, we were relying on that water cache at Walker Pass, and he was like, well, he said there could be some water. He said I had a bunch, so I wasn't too concerned about it, but he said I don't know if there's much left or any left. So if that's the case, the next water source is not for a very long time after Walker Pass. So what I may do is go into town as well tonight and hopefully connect with Valentine, get some water, and then hop on trail first thing tomorrow morning, which would be pretty amazing. So we'll see. But that was good information, so I'm glad I got it. But yeah, if there's no water at Walker Pass, I'm definitely gonna go into town. I'm gonna need to. because I've only got 2 liters, and I definitely need more than that. So just stay tuned for what happens next. So down there is the town of Inyakern, and I'm praying that that's where I'll be tonight. Okay, so to be fair about the desert, so I did hear from several people that desert sunsets were amazing, and they were not wrong. So I will say, I do take back what I said about the desert being a 3 out of 10. It is now a 5 out of 10. It still kind of sucks, but that sunset and the many sunsets like that to come definitely have made the desert a lot more interesting. But yeah, that is just like beautiful. I mean, it's just like this purple haze over the mountains. I mean, just gorgeous. All right, so I came from that direction over the last couple days. So that has been my path through all those mountains. It's wild to look back and see how far you come. All right, so hold on. All right, there's little lights on there, car like headlights, which means the pass, Walker Pass, is still getting traffic. So it's gonna take me another 30 minutes to get down there, but I'm hopeful that I can get a hitch. All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's Big Adventure. All right, so it is 6:30 in the morning, and I camped right there last night, cowboy camped. Me and Valentine made it to this, it's called Walker Pass Campground. It's a BLM campground, which is nice because, you know, they have pit toilets. They just kind of have some nice amenities. They have picnic tables, and it's free because it's public land, which is really nice. But anyway, it was funny. At 5 o'clock this morning, see that car over there, right there? It showed up at 5 o'clock this morning and it came up here first and shined its lights right in my face. And then realized that they were campers, so he kind of went down there. But that was kind of funny. Yeah. One more quick update before I get some breakfast and start hiking. Well, 2 more quick updates. It's not super cold, which is super nice. It's been freezing for so long at night, and I slept so warm. And this morning, it's just really, it's nice. It's just like a cool breeze, really, really nice. But I think Valentine talked me into another 30-mile day. So there's no water source. There's one water source in like 7.5 miles, and there isn't a water source for 34 miles. But there's 2 water caches in that 34-mile stretch. So there's one 20 miles from here, and then there's one 35 miles from here. And we'd really like to camp at a water source. And so we were like, we don't want to do 20, but 35 sounds miserable. But what do you do? I mean, unless you want to carry a ton of water, you just kind of have to hike the 35 miles if you don't want to camp at 20. So I think that's what we're going to do, is try to go 35 miles to Kelso Road, where there's apparently tons of gallons of water. And I feel good about that report. I mean, I know yesterday I felt good about this one, but I also knew that like there were only 7 gallons left 6 days ago. So I knew that could probably be problematic, but it's fine. But yeah, so I think I'm going to do 35 today, which kind of sounds miserable, but whatever. Just going to do it. It'll put me into town a day sooner than I thought I would, which is going to be really nice. So yeah, I'm going to get some breakfast and get to hiking. Alright, so right down there's where I camped last night, right where the road curves. That was camp. Can't believe that's like 4 something miles away. Now it like winds around for 4 miles, but gosh. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep going. Alright, so just had a quick lunch break. The bugs are just, you might not be able to see them on video, but they're horrible. So just constantly wearing my bug net, which drives me crazy, but is what it is. There's a water cache in 6 miles from here, which is good because I only have this much water left. But I just drank a full liter. Had a little lunch break here. So yeah. Still just like racking my brain around why in the world I decided to do there's the yellow jacket. Why I decided to do a 35-mile day today, but you know what? That's what I set out to do, and I'm probably going to do it. It's just going to probably take me forever to get there because I have 21 miles left, and it is 1:15. So it's going to take me forever, but just is what it is. I'm going to get going, get to this cache, and camel up, and then hopefully be at camp before 10 o'clock is my goal. All right, there's Whitney. Again, kind of looks sloppy, but that's Whitney. If you can kind of see like the hump, that's like not really like the color, that's not the sky, but yeah, that's not Whitney. 100 something miles later, you can still see it clear as day. That is, it just shows you how big of a mountain that is. Alright, the path south leads somewhere across all those exposed mountains. Whew, that is gonna be hot. Alright, so I made it to the pass. And look what is here. The water cache. So much water. Oh, thank God. Alright, so after about a 50-minute break there at the water cache, I am starting the next portion of my day at roughly 4:15 in the afternoon. I've got about 15 miles to go to get to the next water cache, where I will camp for the night. And that's a sad feeling. 15 miles starting at 4 o'clock. But the sun's going down, and so in the next couple hours it should be like getting a lot cooler. And honestly, in the next hour it should get a lot cooler. So that's why I kind of waited. I was like, I'm just gonna wait this out and see. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Gonna probably be done around 9 or 9:30 tonight, but oh well. All right, I'm gonna get off here and get to hiking. All right, so those mountains way over there on the horizon. I think one of those is Baden Powell, which I go across probably in about a week or so. And yeah, that's crazy because that's like right around LA. The trail kind of makes like a really weird, sharp, kind of eastward turn for like 200 miles. So you kind of follow that whole ridge for like 200 miles or so. But yeah, the end is drawing near. All right, so I'm currently 31 miles into my 35-mile day. It is 8 o'clock, and I've got 4 miles to go. So I should be there around 9:30. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, this has been kind of a shit day. Just 'cause it's been so long and just hot, and not hiking is just like super monotonous. So yeah, and I don't even know if Valentine's gonna be at camp or not tonight. He ended up running into some ATVers. So we've been crossing all these dirt roads all day, and he ran into some ATVers earlier today, and I don't know how far they drove him, but I think a pretty good ways around the trail. So it may just be me tonight until I get into town on Friday night. So oh well. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here and get to camp. All right, it is 9:25, and I'm just rolling into camp. I am starving, and I'm tired. So I'm gonna go eat and go to sleep. But I just want to give you an update that I made it. All right, adios. All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's big adventure. So I got to the water cache, if you can see it up there. Got here last night around 9:30, went to bed probably around 10:30. There were other people here camping. So I wasn't completely alone, but I think they're all gone now. So that cowboy camped last night because I just was too tired to pitch my tent. Slept pretty good. About 3 o'clock this morning, some people on like an ATV came through and were like, "Oh, look at all the water." So that was frustrating, but other than that, not too bad. But I'm gonna get up here pretty soon and get going. And I think I'm gonna try to do like a 26-mile day. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Back in with you later. Oh gosh, I'm so tired from last night. But yeah, I'll check back in with you later today. All right, so I made it to this little spring here. I've been here for about an hour. I ate lunch. I actually there was like 6 different hikers here at one point, which was like kind of confusing because I haven't seen that many people in a couple of days, but it was nice. Met this couple, Chris and Kimberly. They're super nice. They're through hikers. But more than likely I'll camp with them tonight, which is nice. I think Valentine's going to keep going a little bit further than me because he got a much earlier start. But it's about 20 miles to the next water source. So I've got 4 liters. Nope, this side. So I've got about 4 liters of water that I'm carrying right now for the next 20 miles. It should get me hopefully 20 miles plus like an overnight camping trip. So just a lot of water to carry, but that's what you just gotta do out here. But I'm gonna get going. These gnats are driving me crazy. Alright, so that was kind of fun. It was like the first view of the day. Just basically been in the woods all day. And now finally an exposed ridge, which is really nice. Alright, that's all I've got to say. I'm gonna keep going. Alright, so it is currently 7:45. I got here probably 20 minutes ago, but I've got camp set up. Here's my backpack. I'm about to cook dinner. But if you can, let me turn the flash off real quick. Alright, if you can see those red blinking lights, I'm in a wind turbine farm. So I'm just on like one side of it. It's across the hill, there's a bunch more, but I'm kind of on the one side of the hill. But yeah, that's where I'm camping tonight. There's the moon. Oh, but I'm ready to eat dinner and go to bed and get to town tomorrow. Thank God. Also, if you're curious what fuels multiple 30-mile days and multiple 20-mile days to go 135 miles in 5 days, Mountain House meals. Oh, that's all my trash. What else we got? Beef jerky. Ramen noodles. Peanuts. M&Ms. Pop-Tarts. Cliff Bars. Trail Mix. And no, I'm out of fruit snacks. Nope, fruit snacks. All right, now if you're also wondering, is that enough to fuel 135 miles in 5 days? The answer is no, not even close. I'm starving all the time and definitely did not pack enough for this section. But I made it, I'm alive. So, could have been worse, could have died, but I made it. Actually, I didn't make it because I still have tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure I'll make it. But yeah, definitely did not pack out enough, so don't make that same mistake I did. All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's Big Adventure. So close. And I'm so close to the road. And it is hot today. It is about 85 degrees. And just the sun is just beating down. No wind. Just 85 degrees of just straight heat. It is so weird to think about how just a week ago, the high was 60. The low is below freezing. And I was having to like bundle up in all of my layers to sleep. And now it's 85 degrees with probably a low of 50 at night. I'm sleeping in my shorts. I'm probably gonna get rid of all my layers. And honestly, I mean, that change kind of happened overnight, but it's just insane to think about. Yeah, like a week ago, I was freezing my butt off, and now I'm about to die from a heat stroke. So crazy out here on the PCT. All right, so I'm sitting here right beside the Highway 58 overpass. I've called a guy named Mike, and he's supposed to come pick me up here in probably, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes now. So yeah, I'm ready to eat some Taco Bell. Oh my gosh, I'm ready to like just chow down on a chalupa, a Doritos Locos taco, and a Mountain Dew Baja Blast, and then some of those Cinnabons. Like, I am starving. All right, so after 5 days in the desert as well, I am disgusting. I've got dirt and blood and more dirt just caked on everywhere. I've got scrapes, just everything. The desert's no joke. It's no joke, and it sucks. I hate to say I'm ready to be done, but it'll be good to have the desert over with. I'll be honest. That last 135 miles was not fun. Made it to Taco Bell. Oh yes.